How y'all doing? Everybody from Killeen, Dale County area? How many are over or under the age of 15? 15. So everybody's 16 and up. So I'm on a juvenile probation officer here with Bell County, and everybody know where our facility is at? Off of Ransier? Does anybody know? Does anybody know anybody that's visited our facility before? Yeah, you know a couple people. So I know Mr. Lieutenant Jay, he actually come speak with y'all and just kind of tell you my story a little bit. I'm from Copper Cove, and I was kind of like in the same idea as some of y'all, get into a few things, and Coach Welch, he gave me the opportunity to play football. And the judge pretty much was like, you can play football, or back then they called it boot camp. You would go to like military boot camp. And me being a military brat, I don't want to go to boot camp. I don't want to do none of that physical activity thing. So that opportunity gave me an opportunity to go to junior college. I went to junior college, got my grades right, got my ability right. Ended up playing Division I. Played Division I. From Division I played 9 years professional football. I'm just here to ask y'all, like, what do y'all think about SMART goals? What are SMART goals? Anybody heard that term? What's a SMART goal?
Well, I'm an addict, so we got to do like SMART goals. We make 2 every week. It's like, I forgot what it stands for, but I know T stands for like timed.
Timed, right? So you got a SMART goal. So the S is for specific. So how many of y'all have goals in here? Everybody got goals. So I'm asking, when y'all have these goals, have y'all written down the goals? You know, right now you just keep them up in your head. Why do we keep them in our head? For your mind? To remember, okay. Well, what I learned with SMART goals is if you're specific with it and you write it down, you're more likely to see it and you can visualize it and you can see it. So what my goal was to make it to the NFL. My goal is to buy my mother a house. My goal is to make a lot of money playing sports. So what I would do is I would write my goals down and say, I want a 5-bedroom house, I want 2 doors, I want 5-bedroom house, 3 cars, and 4 Rottweilers. That was my goal. So I took that goal and I wrote it down and I put it on my visor in my car. I put it on the mirror, every mirror in my house. So every time I woke up or opened my eyes, I would look at that goal and I would pay attention to that goal. And I would ask myself, when I brush my teeth in the morning, what am I going to do today to reach that goal? And when I brush my teeth at night, what did I do today to reach that goal? And I ask y'all that because some of y'all are 16 and we're in this situation, well, I call them challenges. So with those challenges, you got opportunities to go up, you got an opportunity to go down, you got an opportunity to stay the same. In my profession, you didn't wake up today to be average. You know, nobody was allowed this opportunity today just to be the same or be what you was yesterday. Everybody has an opportunity to grow, and one of my sayings is you don't grow when you're comfortable. It's the reason why there's no couches in school. You sit there and everything you want to do, you want to try to grind for it and go get it. So the S in specific is SMART goals for specific. The M is for measurable. You want to measure your goals. You want to see where you're at every single day. Did I do this? Did I do that? The A is for attainable. It's got to be realistic. You know, it's got to be something that you can really go get. The R is for realistic, and the T is for, like you said, timetable. Like, don't just say I have a goal and I'm just gonna go get it, and you don't have a goal or an opportunity to not go chase it. You know, you gotta write it down, have a timeline to when you are gonna accomplish it. You know, so what's the biggest challenge I feel like y'all have collectively as a group? What's that? Cussing. Okay, language. I got you. Did you hear what Deion Sanders said about language? Why he doesn't cuss? So Deion Sanders just said he likes money. So what he would do is he would pay everybody $5 every time he cussed. So if you got a group of friends and I walk around with $100, how many times do I have? How many times can I cuss?
25.
25. 20. That's all right. Education.
5.
Right? So if I only got 20 friends, I only got $100. So how often do I want to spend $100 a day? Not often, right? Right? So think about your goals and what y'all wanna go get, write those goals down. That's what I encourage y'all to do. Write them down. Something y'all slow down. That's what I encourage y'all to do. Write them down. Something y'all see every single day, and you can get it. Another thing, I learned in my short time on this earth, there's only one thing that's mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally possible. That's lying to yourself. You can lie to anybody else. You can say, hey, I made $100 today. But if you think about it, you only made $99.99. You make $100. No? You try to convince yourself that. That's a challenge that I put up on you. Try to convince yourself that you made that $100 if you only made $99.99. All right? Any questions? Yes, sir.
So, like, what happens in your job?
In my job with probation, so what happens is you'll get an offense. Juvenile, I work in juvenile, so you'll get an offense, and we'll get the county attorney will send the offense over to our department, and it's up to us to decide if we want to pursue that charge. And we get everything from murder to robbery to just unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. So that means, like, if you see a car outside, you just jump in the car and take it for a joyride. That's a felony offense. And you eventually gonna come see us, and we're gonna take it to detention. Yes, ma'am.
I got a two-part question. Did you ever make it to that number?
I did. And with that, man, I'm gonna tell you, if I tell you this, if I give you $2 million, what are you gonna do with the first 10,000? You said save it? Okay. So maybe you gonna do the first 10,000. Spend it? What about you?
How much?
10,000. I'm gonna sign you to a $2 million contract. What you gonna do with the first 10,000? Probably save it. So I thought that too. And that was one of the questions.
Yeah.
So save it?
Spend a little, save a little.
Right, save it. Okay, so I didn't know the answer to that question when I asked you. And that's one of the questions that kind of, when it comes to the NFL, y'all know this is National Football League. We know it's not for long. Because they're gonna walk you in, they're gonna walk you right on out. So I answered the question like I'm gonna save a little bit. I'm gonna take my parents on vacation. I'm gonna buy a house. What the coach told me was, you just gonna blow that money. You just gonna waste money like that. And I was like, well, I'm getting $2 million was 10,000. And what you'll learn is as you get older, well, as you try to pursue a professional career, that 10,000 gonna be your last 10,000. So the right answer, what I learned, the right answer to that question is research, investing. So if you want to play for the Chicago Bears, find out what that owner of the Chicago Bears is invested in. Find out what the coach is invested in. So you say, hey, he's invested in water. He said, what you want to do with your first 10,000? I'm gonna buy 40 shares of water. If you find out that, you know, the Chicago Bulls want you, and he's invested in keys, all of them get 30,000 shares in keys. Because they want to keep their money flowing. They want to keep their money going. And a lot of times, once you make $1 million in the NFL, I'm saying gonna get half of it. And after he gets half of it, then you know you got your lawyers, you got your attorney fees, you got all these other fees that's gonna come out. And you think that if you're a millionaire, can you live in your same neighborhood?
What?
If you're a millionaire, can you live in your same neighborhood?
Yeah.
You can? How? If I know you make $1 million, and then I know that you have, let's just say you play basketball, and I know that you're playing in Spain, what am I gonna do to your house? Every single day. Why? Because I'm thinking that you just go get some more. There's a guy named Sean Taylor. NFL has no gun policy, no weapon policy. Sean Taylor, they thought that he was at the game. Sean Taylor was at home. I believe it was 3 individuals broke into his house. He pulled out a machete and they killed Sean Taylor. So that's why a lot of people that's making that type of money, NFL players, NBA players, entertainers, they're making that type of money, they don't live in their neighborhood. They can't. So if you can't live in that neighborhood, then you have to live in a different neighborhood. You have to live in a gated community. You have to pay different things. Yes, sir.
What made you want to become a juvenile officer?
So I had a conversation with a guy named Cornell West, and I told the judge, like I was at school and I was sitting outside, and I don't know if anybody knows who Cornell West, you can look him up when you leave here. He's got a nice suit, but his hair kind of looks like Don King. His hair's kind of everywhere. His beard's kind of everywhere. And I was standing outside the classroom, and I judged him. I thought he was a bum. And I had a very profound conversation with him, which is the reason why, I grew my hair out. And he was like, image is nothing versus, kind of like Sprite. Image is nothing, thirst is everything. So having that conversation with him, and it was only a 5-minute conversation, taught me about the difference between assimilating and conforming. You know, he's like, versus assimilating. And a lot of us older generation, we younger individuals to do like what we did. And I believe we have to learn how to assimilate and grow together. A lot of times we want you to say, hey, we didn't do it like that, we didn't do it like that. What you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is wrong, and I believe that we can have a conversation to where we can all grow together. I was a latchkey kid. You know what a latchkey is? Latchkey is like, when you get home from school, go home, close the door, don't open it for nobody. Can we do that now with y'all? No, because you're either gonna leave, you're gonna get on the computer, you're gonna get on the telephone, whatever that you gotta do, those are the type of challenges that y'all have. So I had a small conversation with Cornell West, and I go into my classroom and I'm telling my teammate, man, I just had a profound conversation with a bum. And my professor comes out, he's super excited about this individual, and when he brings him out, he's the guest speaker. And I found out that Cornell West is a business professor at Harvard. And I was, it really opened up my eyes to say, you know what, somebody's gotta try to simulate the youth. Somebody's gotta be able to talk to them. Somebody that maybe look like them, come from where they come from, and speak kind of the same language, and we can kind of meet them in the middle. So that's how I got into probation. Cause I don't want y'all to go down that other route. Once you go, anybody ever been in the detention center? You been there before? How was your experience in there?
It was cold.
It was cool?
It was cold.
It was cold? That's it? Just cold? So you couldn't you didn't like the fact that you just get up and leave when you want to? You gotta eat what we give you. You go to sleep when we say you go to sleep. You gotta wear somebody else's clothes. Like when y'all come in there, all the clothes have to come off. You wear what we want you to wear. If this person smells foul today, you probably wear his clothes wrong. You can't just make phone calls. It's a lot of restriction that happens once you go in there. So that's what I try to do. I try to catch my youth before they get to that point and give them opportunity to just think about their actions. Back in the day, they called it RCA, reconsider your actions. Everything you want to do, you want to try to go forward. Other questions? Yes, sir.
Have you seen any of them, like, how long have you been in the detention center thing for?
3 years.
3 years. Have you seen kids better themselves? Like teenagers better themselves after they got out? Like, have you seen them on the street or something like that?
It comes down to them. What is it they want to do? And a lot of times it comes down to their goals, and they understand that this isn't what I want. The good thing about one of the things about being a juvenile is once you hit 18, your records are sealed. Like we have to, like your water bottle, your water bottle, we have to put the top on it. Only certain people can see the rest of your water bottle. But once you get 18, that water bottle's open, and it's open until you're 99, until you're 100. And I've seen people who've done things at 18 years old, completely turn their life around, and still don't get opportunities at 45 or 50 because of something that they did at 18. Life is about choice and decision. So sometimes your choices dictate other people's decisions. If you decide to steal a cup of water, the judge can decide to put you in jail. Any other questions?
Y'all gotta ask the question.
Yes, ma'am.
It's an off-topic question, but how long is that NFL?
Very short, like very quick, training camp. That's it. Now I played in the Arena League for 9 years, and they gave me an opportunity to play and get paid. But you play the sport to play the NFL. To try to get to the creme de la creme. But to get there, lots of sacrifice, a lot of dedication. It's a matter of what you're willing to do versus what you're going to do. Because up there, everybody's good, everybody's talented. There's no days off. I was one of them guys that thought my talent could just get me there. And it got me there, but it didn't keep me there.
Why did you start this job?
When I started, yeah, I just want to help the youth. I want y'all to go this way instead of that way.
What football team do you play for?
What football team? Man, I played for, I can't think now. It's the Hawks, the Talons, with the Buccaneers. Man, I I can't even really remember.
Is it hard sometimes, like, knowing what to do?
Very difficult. Very difficult, because, you know, you have to take, y'all are someone's child, or somebody's future, somebody's youth. And when I have to take you to the facility, and your mother's calling me every day, how's my baby? How's my baby? Oh, she's doing fine. He's doing fine. They're doing fine. All in all, you're sitting inside of a room, maybe here, yeah, maybe the size of this table to where you at that. You can stand there and touch the sides. And you know, it's every 10 days. So you have to be there for 10 days. You get into a situation where somebody wants your water. You say, no, you can't have my water. Somebody assaults you for your water, you assault them back, that's another 10 days. So now before you know it, you spend 45 days just over a water bottle. All right? Everybody good?
Was it Michael, did you ask a question?
I was about to.
Yes, sir.
Just a big hole watching, like, I guess, events occur in there, like, they could cause them extra days and such.
Yeah, you can only try to just encourage you. You know, you try to encourage them to do the right thing. You try to, you know, we get some that come in that are runaways. You know, you run away from home. You don't want to stay at